YouTube, what's good, man? It's your boy Swain. Yo, I'm back with another video, man. And I know, man, I have not really been that consistent posting content, guys. But I like to post content when it's like, moved by spirit, man. Like when I have like a real genuine sense to post. That way you getting authentic, content from me and not just forced content that I'm just putting out trying to beat numbers for the algorithm and shit like that. But what I have been noticing that a lot of you guys have been really responding to the content that I make that's dealing with stuff with baby mama drama, trying to be a father when you're co-parenting and away from your child, or maybe the mother is causing a lot of issues. So I wanted to do something unique in this video, man. I was actually watching the movie Never Let Go, the new movie with Halle Berry, man, and the subliminal message in this movie is crazy. And I feel like that if you guys look at this movie through this lens, it will really help you better navigate your situation that you're dealing with in real life. Now, this will be a spoiler alert. If you've never seen the movie, I'm going to talk about what happened. I'm going to let you know what happened. So if you're one of those people who can't watch movies when somebody tells you about it, then you probably should not watch this video. But without further ado, let's get into the video. I might even play a little bit of the trailer. I don't know. Maybe I might get flagged for playing it. I don't know yet. So if I do, cool. If not, we're going to still get this work in understanding the video. Now, for those of you who have not seen the movie, or maybe you have seen the movie, I want to discuss, the movie from a different lens and bring the subliminal to light, right? So in this movie, guys, this movie is about a single mom who is raising two little boys. And in this movie, it is a woman who's telling her sons that the world is filled with evil and that nobody else exists in the world but them. And that if they let go of the rope, that's why the movie is called Never Let Go. There's a rope that's connected to the house. And when they go out into the world, they have to have this rope around them connected to the house. So they really never leave the vicinity of their home. They go out to try to hunt, to find food to eat, because she has told them that the world is evil and that there's evil out there. And if they disconnect themselves from the rope, the evil will get them. Now, the movie, you start to realize that this woman actually has, Halle Berry being the woman I'm talking about, actually has a mental health disorder. She's psychotic. She's suffered from psychosis. And what she's doing is pushing off that mental illness onto her little boys. But what you start to see as the movie goes on is that one little boy is of the alpha mentality. The other little boy is just really, persuaded by his mom, and he's afraid to think on his own. And what happens is the brothers start to separate themselves from one another because one is not believing the mom. The other is believing the mom. So it's creating a distinction. And the whole time the woman, Halle Berry, is lying to her sons. She's telling them that the world is evil and that nothing exists in the world but them, when in actuality that's false. So this is where the subliminal comes in, guys. Later in the movie, there's a man who comes to their house, and he is not a facade. He is not a figure of their imagination. That's how the movie tries to play it. He was actually just jogging and happened to run up a side road passing their house. Now, the boy that believes in everything his mom says to the man, "Hey, get away from us," and tells his brother that, hey, little bro, that man is a trick. It's not real. The boy is telling the little brother that the man is trying to persuade him to come out into the world so that he can be overcome by the evil. But the other little boy, remember I told you, has the alpha mentality. He questions shit. He wants to go his own way. He doesn't want to just listen to mom. He's saying, nah, I think this man is real, and I think that mom is lying to us. So the boy who believes in everything the mom says gets a bow and arrow, shoots the man in the head, and kills him dead. He really did catch a body, but he thinks that it was fake because his mom is telling him that people aren't existing and that everything that they will see outside of the vicinity of their home is fake and that it's evil. So this boy just pretty much caught a murder charge, right? And the subliminal in this is that this happens so much in real life because there are a lot of women who sell a dream to their sons. And this is why I say that women really can't raise little boys, man. I'm telling you all, they just raise degeneracy and failure in a lot of cases. There may be some outliers out there who can do it, and the boys grow up and fare out well in life and society. But in most cases, these boys end up doing shit like that. And in the movie, the subliminal that I saw in this scene was that you have men who are raised by single moms who do grow up to be menace in society, and now they're killing and doing things that is out of emotion and confusion because they have not been taught how to master it properly through a man's lens. And this shit happens all the time. Now, in the movie, what was crazy was, like I told you, the woman was psychotic. So she sees a vision of the children's father coming to her, and the child's father is saying, hey, give me my boys. They need me. And she's saying, get away from me, leave. They don't need you, in so many words. And then you just see a scene of the image of the father fading away. And this was also subliminal of a lot of single moms and baby moms in whichever situation you may be dealing with. This was subliminal and was a direct correlation of a lot of men being pushed out of their children's life because of the psychotic and the psychosis that a lot of your baby moms are experiencing. And because of this is a mental illness, bro. Literally it is. For you to create and fabricate issues just to push your child's father out of the life of the children. Now the children are growing up suffering because of your inadequacies, because of your, issues that you can't get over, or your insecurities, right? And a lot of the times, the mothers of these children are suffering with mental issues and having problems, identity crisis, whatever it may be. It could be a multitude of things, but whatever she's suffering with, she will push it off on the child. And in result, it creates a wedge between the child's father and the children. And these little boys grow up to have issues, bro. These little boys grow up to not be able to control their emotions, not be able to deal in the world and being able to possess stoicism, because women really can't teach stoicism. And for those of y'all who may not know what stoicism is, it just basically, when a man is very controlled and calm and knows how to respond instead of react in a way. Women really can't teach that because women really don't possess stoicism because they're so emotionally driven, and it's really, really hard for them to understand that concept. So when you have little boys who are growing up and seeing this from a woman and not, being, what's the word I'm looking for? Not being guided by a man from that's very, very necessary. These boys grow up missing a very vital part in life, man. And that movie was so fucking subliminal. And I challenge you all to go watch it. If you have not seen the movie, I want you all to go see the movie. Look past the fucking suspensefulness of the movie, because it's really about a woman who's possessed. They're going to tell you she's possessed, but subliminally, she has a mental fucking illness. And she's lying to her sons, and she's creating a harder life for these boys. So you watch the boys go through a process of being hungry because they're starving, because she's telling them that there's no food, so they're eating tree bark, they're eating bugs. She's watching these boys get sick. They literally get sick. They literally look like they're finna fucking die. And this is also subliminal for the emotional distraught that a lot of men tend to deal with in life because they're missing necessary father figures, bro. And if you are a father out there and you're dealing with this, I know that it can be hard to watch your child suffer in a way and not get the proper guidance that he or she needs, because the masculinity and the stoicism and the guidance that a father brings, you can't really deliver it the way you want because this woman is giving you so much pushback. Just like in the movie, the father comes and it's like, hey, please let me be a part of my children's life. And she does everything to push him away. The children never even get to know the father. And it's just this one quick scene. The father comes, the children don't even know that he tried. And that's another subliminal, right? We have a lot of fathers today who are trying to be there, but the mom will, turn the narrative around, causing the children to think that the father doesn't care. Your dad didn't care about you. he didn't want to give me any money. Meanwhile, this dude spent 18 years giving you child support every month. Or all the times that the father may have called and you forwarded the call, or you pulled up to try to see your child and the mother is not answering the phone, or she moved and didn't tell you that she moved. I also saw a lot of those comments in some of my videos too, that a lot of you all have been dealing with not even knowing where your child is. The mom will just up and move and then tell you later on, 2-3 years later, where she is and where your children are. You had no connection to that child, but she's telling the child that you didn't want to, but you've tried. You've tried, and sometimes your efforts may go unappreciated, fellas. And what I want to do with this video is I want to bring some sort of mental comfort for you all, man. You really can't control what your child is doing when he or she is under the roof of the mother, man. And in a lot of cases, the child will grow up to be like the mom, and it's just something that we're going to have to accept. And you have to love your child from afar and do things that your child can benefit from in the long run. You got to play a long game sometimes, guys. And even sometimes court may not always work. Some of you all may not even have the money for a lawyer. You understand what I'm saying? I hear a lot of people comment in my video, just go to court, but it's just not that simple. It's not always that simple, especially if the woman has, may have lied and said things that are untrue to the father, about the father. Like I told you all, I work in law enforcement, and I see so many guys come to the jail who are being brought up on charges that are just not true, fabricated lies that women can just say, because I told you all, we live in a gynocentric world. The system is very gynocentric. It's geared towards the women. So a woman can literally say anything about you, and 9 times out of 10, they're going to take her side, and you're going to go to jail, and you're going to be guilty until proven innocent, even though they say you're innocent until proven guilty. If that were true, why are you locking me up? See what I'm saying, guys? And I have a homie right now who's going through that. His baby mom literally assaulted him. She assaulted him. All he did was try to protect himself. He didn't hit her. He didn't punch her. He didn't slap her. He literally restrained her. She said he tried to choke me. Mind you, she bit him. He has bite marks on his shoulder, his arm. She pulled his fucking hair, and he went to fucking jail for it. So now there's a restraining order against him where he can't see his child or her. So now the child, the little boy, his son, is literally going through a period of time where he's not seeing his father. And my bro is a very, very good father. So many men deal with this, and I'm telling you that it can be a very, very hard mental battle, fellas. So I just wanted to shed some light on this topic, man. I just thought it would be dope to break that movie down, because the subliminal in that was literally showing you the mental illness and the psychosis that a lot of these women deal with, and how they create a separation between the child, or a wedge between the child and their father. And these children literally grow up dealing with a lot of trauma due to the mother's neglect. And that's the other side of the word deadbeat. Society would just like to shed the light of the men ain't shit. But a lot of times, ladies, if you watch this video, men don't have no choice but to leave the situation, because women will make the energy and the environment involving you two so fucking toxic to, if you try to deal with it, you will lose yourself. And I'm telling you right now, masculinity cannot thrive in chaotic situations. It cannot. And if you are around a woman who's pushing you to those limits, fellas, you must leave. Because it's like a lion, or it's like a bear. If you keep poking at it, eventually it's going to attack and it's going to show its teeth. That's masculinity, because we're driven through testosterone. Testosterone is responsible for protection and getting violent, right? So when you're around a woman who's pushing you to those limits, you have to fucking leave. You don't have no choice. I know you love your child, but listen, if you end up in jail, you're not going to be able to do nothing for your kid anyway. So, man, if you're dealing with this, guys, you're going through a mental battle with why you can't love your child or father the way you want to, I need you all to understand what's going on, and that you're going to have to come back and recollect later in life, and a lot of times. And you have to be mentally strong enough to understand. And I'm not saying that it won't be hard, but at least it will be easier to deal with when you understand the bigger picture. And I actually hope that children who have been victims of this see this video, because now maybe you can get a different viewpoint and you can go fix things with your father, because most men want to be there. It's just that we unfortunately create children with women who are not worthy of being mothers, who aren't worthy of being wives, who are not even worthy of your fucking cum, bro. She's not worthy of your man juice, bro. And you gave it to her and you created this life, and now you can't father in this life the way you want because this woman has very, very demonic energy. I'm just going to be real with you. And when you're dealing with a woman with that type of energy, bro, you don't really have no win. And in most cases, you're going to end up fucked up. You're either going to end up dead in jail or doing something to her. And we don't want none of that. We don't promote none of that. We don't put our hands on women. We don't put our hands on children. And we damn sure don't want to make a mistake out of our, emotional confusion to where it can cause us to, have to deal with something that we don't want to deal with for the rest of our lives, man. So this video is a wake-up call. This video I created this video just to shed light from a different point of view, man. So I really, really, really want you all, if you have not seen the movie Never Let Go by Halle Berry, I mean, not by Halle Berry, but who's starring Halle Berry, go watch that fucking movie after watching this video that I created, because you're going to see it from a different point of view. And I think it will really, really help men be able to dissect what they are going through. But look, that's it for the video, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, fellas. I promise that I am going to be bringing more content, man. Just been doing self-work, man. Got to work on myself, because if I don't work on myself, then I can't bring authentic content to you all. But that's it for the video. Until next time, fellas, peace.